If you want to know how you can win free digital copies of Orphan First Kill, make sure you stick around to the end.
Tell my family, and all of a sudden just things went wrong in my life and it just took my life away from me.
For 25 years, Cedric Dent was held behind bars at one of America's toughest prisons.
To see my child walk through that gate and to hold him in my arms once again on this side.
I locked up when I was 23, I'm 47 now. It took all my good years from me. It's something I didn't do. Stop it.
I haven't done, one of these for a while because I took a break. But I had a long week and this story kind of made me happy. And I missed posting. Plus, Season 6 is starting in September, so need to get back on the bandwagon of making content. In this week's interlude, I'll tell you everything you need to know about the recent exoneration of Cedric Dent after spending nearly 25 years in prison for a murder he didn't commit. Around 10 p.m. on September 2nd, 1997, Anthony Milton was shot in the back of the head as he walked through a parking lot in St. Thomas housing projects with his cousin, Jerry Hamilton. Milton had just argued with his alleged shooter while in line at a nearby grocery store, and the shooter actually followed him into the parking lot where he shot Milton in the back of the head. After the shot was fired, Hamilton looked at the shooter for a few seconds before the person ran away. The lead detective heard rumors that Dent was a possible suspect and showed several photos of Dent to Hamilton. He identified Dent as the shooter and a warrant was issued for his arrest. Mind you, Hamilton was the only witness to identify Dent at all and during the trial. Dent, who at the time was 23, was at the movies on the night of the shooting, but his attorney never provided an alibi. He was convicted of second-degree murder, but the verdict wasn't unanimous. Mind you, a verdict like that would not be acceptable today under the state and federal law. So a bunch of time goes by while he sits in prison, and this is when the New Orleans chapter of the Innocence Project gets involved. They discovered that the state had hidden documents which included police notes of a witness identifying another suspect. Those documents also revealed that Hamilton's initial description of the suspect didn't match to Dent, and he gave 6 different versions of what he witnessed. Still, the jury had never heard that he changed the story up so many times. In May of this year, the Innocence Project filed a claim for post-conviction relief. The Promise of Justice Initiative also petitioned the court to overturn Dent's conviction because the verdict wasn't unanimous, and he was finally able to walk free. Dent is actually a nephew of another man freed from prison by the Innocence Project, Elvis Brooks. He was wrongfully imprisoned for armed robbery for 42 years. Brooks was released in 2019 after the Innocence Project's investigation, which included fingerprint evidence and witnesses who said that he was not the robber. The fact that 2 black men in the same family can go to prison for crimes they didn't commit highlights a commonplace issue that we have. And it shows how prevalent these miscarriages of justice happen in our legal system, especially to people of color. And we need to fight back, and abolition is the only justice we have. So here are some quick practical tips towards abolition. Release revenge culture. Build practices that enable safety, center victims, transform harmful behavior, and shrink the prison state. But I'll save my abolition rant for another time. It's coming. Now on to the movie giveaway. Orphan First Kill is now in theaters and digital on demand. Isabella Fuhrman returns as Esther in this terrifying prequel to the original and shocking hit horror. Also starring Julia Stiles. You can buy and rent Orphan First Kill and watch it today. Rated R from Paramount Pictures. And for our listeners or watchers, as a special thank you for rocking with the gang this whole time and supporting me in my career endeavors, we are holding a small contest and giving away 5 digital copies of Orphan First Kill. All you have to do is like this Instagram post, follow us, and tag a friend who you think would enjoy our content. And then by Monday, when I leave True Crime Fest, I will pick a random 5 people. So thank you for rocking with us. This is from the homies. Hey, it's Admiral Andre here to tell you that Rap Radar is finally back and bigger than ever. Hosted by Elliot Wilson and Brian B. Miller, Rap Radar is the home of hip-hop's most revealing interviews. Both Wilson and Miller are true journalists who do an immense amount of research, know how to listen, and are driven to get the answers to the questions hip-hop fans want to know. They post like multiple times weekly, so you have an endless amount of hours to dive in. A recent interview that I enjoyed was the one between the City Girls, because JT and Young Miami are actually funny as f***. Famed journalists Elliot Wilson and Brian B. Miller are bringing you the definitive conversations on music and culture with the biggest names in hip-hop. Now at a new home, Interlude presents, for the first time, Rap Radar is available on every platform. Catch up on old favorites like Drake, Jay-Z, and Cardi B, and get the latest with new episodes every Thursday. So listen now on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, Stitcher, or wherever you get podcasts. And tell them your boy sent you.
Checking my phone and you're happy being alone and I got you on my mind. Taking a bite of my body, want you all over my body. Nights out and we never leave. I'm always checking my phone and you're happy being alone and I got you on my mind. I don't believe it, I'm thinking that we don't believe in love anymore. I hate this feeling, cause I won't be breathing you in my lungs anymore. It's not right, you're trading numbers with some dudes at my party. Oh, taking a bite of my body, want you all over my body. Lights out and we never leave, we never leave. I'm always checking my phone and you're happy being alone and I got you on my mind.
Horizon Block Party is on. It's a free front row ticket to amazing VR experiences all summer long. Only in Horizon Worlds on MetaQuest 2. Post Malone kicks things off with a special VR performance of 12 Karat Toothache, followed by more of your favorite music, comedy, and sports. Strap on your MetaQuest 2. Download the free Horizon Worlds app and join the party. Follow us on Instagram at Horizon Worlds to learn more.
Hi, I've got a prescription for diabetes test strips. How much is the copay?
That could take me a while to calculate. In the meantime, you should think about over-the-counter Contour Next test strips. You get 35 for $19.99, and they're highly accurate. For full details, visit contournext.com/radio.